Alright, hello. I want to do another update on the power outage situation because it continues to get worse. This is now getting close to almost 20,000 people without power on Long Island now due to the winds. A lot of these are smaller outages, but some of them are larger outages. They're scattered all across the place. There's no really one area that's getting hit any harder than the other. If anything, it seems like the middle of the island is faring fairly well, at least the middle of Nassau compared to anywhere else, because we don't have too many power outages in our area. However, if we go toward the South Shore, you'll see there'll be a few more power outages here. We're going to go looking at it at the areas that are without power. There's an area in Woodmere that's without power now, and this one is in Woodmere. Um, we have areas in Oceanside that don't have power. If we go into Belmore, we have a power outage in Belmore now. That's right around Center Avenue, not too far from the downtown. That's affecting 88 people. We have power outage in East Meadow. We have power outage in Levittown. Power outages all over. So they're all over the place. Looks like we have one here in Wantaw too. This is Seaford. This might be Seaford. That's only 6 customers. That's a small one. But some of these are larger. Looks like we have some now on the east side of Hicksville off South Oyster Bay Road into Bethpage. Taking a look at Melville, we have an outage that's 67 customers. Most of these are, the smaller size, and some of these are larger. We go over to Glen Cove. Got 150 customers out there. Some out in, we got the North Shore. Let's go further. Got more power outages over here. Cove Neck. And it's not getting a lot of coverage in the media as far as all the power outages go. I was watching the news at 11, and they're just talking about the flooding on the South Shore, which I don't know how that turned out to be. We have this large outage in Huntington. That's 1,230. Suffolk County seems to have some larger outages. We've got a large one in Comac, 694. And then we have a lot of outages here along the Ronkonkoma line. So it looks like there's a large one over here in Baywood, 371. Brentwood, 785. And these might be tied to train problems now. So 307 there in Hauppauge. And then we have some out in Ronkonkoma as well. We're going to get to that because we do have some problems on the trains now as a result of this too. I'm telling you, the service will be impacted for the morning commute. At least things. This wind is going to continue to cause problems. You have outages in Lake Grove, 199. A lot of these aren't. We have this one still in Stony Brook. It's ongoing, 546. Let's go to the South Shore because the South Shore is also getting hit hard. Sayville, we have an outage that is 995. And another one over here that's 386. So a good part of Sayville is out. You have more over here. So the wind certainly doesn't look like there's an outage by Good Samaritan there. Well, hopefully that's not affecting the hospital. You can see the wind just is causing power outages all over the place. Doesn't matter where you are, there's going to be power outages because of this high winds bringing down tree limbs and trees onto the wires. Go further east. See Middle Island. Another outage in Middle Island. It's a little less as you go over the Pine Barrens area just because the pine trees are strong and usually get damaged by the winds. We've got a big one in Remsenburg, though. That's 782. And that's by Spionk. So there are outages all over, scattered all over Long Island. We're looking out east now. Looks like there's one in Southampton. This low continues to deepen. We're going to take a look at that in a minute, too. Let's take a look at the North Fork. Got an outage in north of Greenport. Got some outages. They're scattered all around because there's going to be a lot of damage, a lot of trees, branches, because the leaves are still on the trees. Unfortunately, this storm is certainly going to probably hurt the fall foliage. I'm glad I got to see it the other day. Looks like there's some outages in Miller Place too. So let's cover most of the island for you here. Huntington. You got this big one here. In Green Lawn, or I think it's the southeast Hunt. I think it's called Green Lawn, this area over here. And then this large one here in Melville, we saw that already. Got a power outage in Wyandanch. So all over the island, we're dealing with these power outages. Let's see what else we can show here for. This will be the final update on the power outages tonight. I can hear the wind. Even in here, I can hear the wind. Let's see, it's been about 15 minutes. Let's see if it'll update here. I want to get wait. I don't want to. All right, we gotta look at the Long Island Railroad. I forgot about this. So there's signal trouble on the Ronkonkoma Branch due to weather-related signal trouble, as well as PSG Long Island infrastructure repairs near Central Islip. So we have that going on too. So Ronkonkoma Branch delays on the Ronkonkoma line. Then there's weather-related signal trouble around Queens Village. So the only part of the railroad that seems to be avoided, of course, not having any problems, is the pretty little Babylon Branch, because their infrastructure is hardened. But still, the communities there are still dealing with power outages from, PSCG Long Island. So there are quite a few. So let's go to outages by area here. When they're done, when I'm done with this, it'll update here. So Nassau, only 4,863. We're not getting hit that bad. It's Suffolk County. They're 14,339. And the hardest hit towns, Brookhaven Town, Huntington Town, with its looks like Huntington's the hardest hit. Islip, 3,768. Smithtown, 1,654. And then we can actually go and we could look at the towns and actually have a breakdown of the hardest hit towns here. So looks like it's, let's see, Brookhaven here, hardest hit towns. Setauket, 608. So Setauket looks like the hardest hit town in Brookhaven. Let's go to Islip Town. And Brentwood is hit hard. Sayville, 571. So it's a lot. The power outages are of a very scattered nature, and there aren't really a lot of huge outages as far as in one area goes. But they're all scattered due to the trees coming down and stuff like that. So let's see if we can get one more update here. I hit return to map and it didn't work. All right, there we go. All right, so we're still at 19,000, but it's approaching 20,000 power outages on Long Island. So that will conclude this update and the last update of this evening, or should I say this morning. And we'll have more new weather updates tomorrow as we get more information about this storm. Thank you for watching.